continuing with religious liberty in the U.S. and the world, as the first year of President Trump's second term has come to a close. Just a few months after his inauguration, the president created the Religious Liberty Commission to report on and preserve Americans' freedom of belief. And just last month, he restricted the visas of Nigerian militiamen perpetrating violence against Christians in their country. Here to break down what Trump has done and where we go from here is Ambassador Sam Brownback, the co-chair of the International Religious Freedom Summit and a former U.S. Ambassador at Large for International Religious Freedom. Ambassador Brownback, we appreciate your time. The freedom of religion is so fundamental to our nation and many across the globe, but we're living in a time when this essential value is under serious threat. In such a critical moment, how would you say the president has done on both advancing and protecting religious freedom?
Well, thanks for having me on, and I would say he's done fantastic. He has made it a central issue. Before, it was just kind of a sidebar, a boutique issue, if you would. A core human right is what it's becoming under the Trump presidency, and it's both domestic and international, and he's addressing it in all these venues, and he's being aggressive about it. It's a central issue on dealing with Nigeria right now, and I look for the president to continue this press forward on this central human right. The interesting thing about religious freedom, if you get it right in a nation, if you set that cornerstone well, you can build your other human rights around it. You can build freedom of assembly and freedom of speech. If you can get this one, that's very hard to do if you can get it right.
Ambassador Brownback, I follow what you're saying, and President Trump was recently asked about both his work and God. Let's listen to that now.
Well, last year you told me that you believe that the reason you won an election is because God put you in this place so that you could save the world. Looking back 1 year, do you feel like God is proud of the effort that you've put?
I do, actually. I think God is very proud of the job I've done, and that includes for religion. You know, we're protecting a lot of people that are being killed, Christians and Jewish people, and lots of people are being protected by me that wouldn't be protected by another type of president.
Ambassador, how important is the role of the U.S. president when it comes to defending and protecting people of faith?
It's critical. There is no other country in the world that will stand up for religious freedom unless the United States does it. There are other countries that will mention it. They'll talk about it. They'll be concerned about it. And particularly countries, say, like Israel, is very concerned about it, particularly for their own people. But it's only the United States that will stand up and fight for this in a global context, and it's a core issue to us. It's about our founding beliefs as a nation, that we believe that religious freedom is central to an open and free society, and that right has to be protected by the government. So this is a critical role for this President of the United States to serve in.
Oh, I hear what you're saying. Now, there are two aspects, the president's own actions and those he selected for his cabinet. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, for example, is working to ensure the Senate passes bills to end forced organ harvesting in China. Ambassador, you've done a lot to shed light on this black market industry that's targeted adherents of the persecuted spiritual group Falun Gong. Your thoughts on the team President Trump has put together to combat this threat and others?
That's an excellent team. Secretary of State Rubio is fabulous on this topic. He has co-chaired in the past the Religious Freedom Summit that's coming up February 2nd and 3rd. Pete Hegseth is somebody that's very interested in protecting religion as well. The Secretary of Defense, he's got people all around him that are very interested in this topic. So he's brought the right people on. And then by raising the profile of these issues, like this concept of forced organ harvesting, which is even hard to believe is a topic, but for people to bring that forward and say, here, this is happening in communist China now, it continues to happen, we've called them on it, it is a barbaric act that's taking place, it has to stop, and you can't just simply say this is a disfavored religious group, the Falun Gong or the Uyghurs, or for that matter, Christian populations. You can't just say this is a disfavored group and harvest their organs. This is just completely wrong, and is not a civilized society that conducts something like that.